Good morning, my name is Christel from Frans, the Klerk, Independent Technical Analyst. The first one on our list to discuss is silver. We can see that this commodity is currently caught within a symmetrical triangle, and that implies uncertainty and indecision. Only when this upper band, waiting at around $24.88, starts to change into a support again, can we assume that the momentum to the top can continue? And this might then become a beautiful pennant or a flag formation where it becomes a continuation pattern, implying that the upward trend that we've seen have been caught in the pause in the flag formation, and once that upper band changes into a support, it can rise to higher levels at the same degree that we've seen here. It can extend that rally above the upper band. However, should this lower band waiting at $23.10 US starts to change into a resistance, we can assume then that the momentum to the bottom can continue. Now, very important, look at that 40-week moving average, right? That red line, that is the line in the sand for long-term investors. Below it, the long-term sentiment towards silver will change to negative, and above it, it will remain positive. So it's fighting it at the moment. However, what is positive is the fact that here in the week of the 26th of June and in the 3rd of July, the silver tested that 40-week moving average. It kept to the support and bounced from it. That is seen as positive. That tells me there was enough buyers to protect the long-term sentiment for silver, towards silver. And the same year in those 4 weeks, since the 20th of February of this year until the 13th of March. For 4 weeks, the silver tested that 40-week moving average. It kept to the support, and then we saw the rally. Now, very important, this can also become the next lower high or an inverse cup and handle. Should that horizontal line waiting at $22.11 starts to change into a resistance, because then this inverse cup and handle can take the commodity price a lot lower. So very important, look at it again at my stochastic. Both lines within my stochastic is pointing downwards, implying also confirming that the momentum to the bottom is in place. However, it needs buyers, right? It needs investors to protect that lower band along with that 40-week moving average, and that 40-week moving average is waiting at $23.34. Once that level remains a support and that upper band changes into a support, we can maybe see higher levels on the silver price again. Next one on our list is platinum. A lot of our platinum local shares are under a lot of pressure, despite, where the rand is trading at the moment, if we can compare it to historical levels. But let's look at the platinum price itself. Currently, we are below the 40-week moving average, right? Represented by that red line. That tells me the long-term sentiment towards platinum is negative. I see lower consistently. From about beginning of April, every time the commodity bounced, it retraced even further. So there's definitely investors that took profit in the bounces, in the rallies, and that tells me lower highs. Every time the high is a little bit lower and lower, that is seen as negative. Now, a very important support line, I'm going to use that horizontal line here, is waiting there around $905, right? Below $905, there's two possible formations. Both of them are warning formations that can take the platinum price even lower. And this is this possible double top formation, which will be confirmed below $905. Or if I don't want to start my formation here in October of last year, but I want to start it here in March, this also can become an inverse cup and handle formation. So it just shows you that $905 is a very strong support if we look at the current levels, as well as going back to the history in the week of December, the 13th of December 2021, as well as in the week of the 20th of September 2021. So below $905, where can my platinum price go? What is the target, the full target of the double top or the inverse cup and handle? It's the full length of the largest part of the formation, projected downwards from the neckline where that formation will be confirmed, taking my platinum price to $689. Now remember, it's not going to drop in one line. It's going to make bounces, drop again, bounces, drop again. Should at some stage the sellers dry up and there's only buyers left and it starts to consolidate sideways, or we start to see turnaround candles with long lower shadows or wicks or tweezer bottoms or something that is an indication that there are now more buyers that are accumulating in the dips, that can be a confirmation for us that, hey, this full formation is not going to play out and we might start to see a turnaround on the platinum price. If we go back to November 2020, we can see that there is a even bigger inverse cup and handle formation with a little bit of a false break or a whipsaw there at the 905 level. And what I mean, that's the first handle, second handle, third handle. False break whipsaw, fourth handle. False break whipsaw, fifth handle, sixth handle, seventh handle. 7 handles on this inverse cup and handle. So it shows you that every time that $905 is reached, they protect it. So should that floor, should that support break, we can see ugly levels on the platinum price. So let's hope that the buyers start to protect it for more upside so we can see a higher platinum price in the near future. Next one on our list by Kevin was a WAG Group, listed on the NASDAQ, and the ticker of the share is PET. Very interesting. My stochastic is in nowhere, right? A nowhere zone. It's in a mid zone trading at a 53, so it's not really overbought or oversold enough. But what I like about this share is the fact that we've got a long consolidation base, and I'm going to use a line graph because it just makes visibility a little bit easier, takes the noise out. But have a look now. My 40-week moving average has been coming very close to the current price. But look what the share has done. It basically could not touch it on the line graph and retraced from it. That is seen as negative, right? That tells me there was not enough buyers to protect the price to change the 40-week moving average into a support. So that can be seen because if I go back to a candle graph, it actually tests it for 2 consecutive weeks, right? It pierced that 40-week moving average, retraced from it, pierced it again this week, and retraced from it. That can be seen as a negative technical goodbye case, telling me that the sellers keep on selling the stock as soon as it reaches the 40-week moving average. And that is a warning indication. It tells me we can see lower levels for now. All right, so the first sign of strength would be above that 40-week moving average, and that's above $2.39. I would like and prefer my stochastic to be in oversold territory with a positive divergence to confirm that there's still a lot of room for upside. Remember, I want to attack my opponent in the corners. When it's oversold, I want to buy. When it's overbought above an 80, I want to sell. It's dangerous when I attack my opponent in the mid zone, in the middle of the center court, because then, the hits can come from any side to take it over to oversold or overbought levels. Very important as well, this can become a possible Darvas model should a spike in volume become visible. I don't have it at the moment, but there is something that I would keep an eye on, Kevin, is the volume on this graph. Because should volume start to appear with a long consolidation base on such a thin stock, it can be seen as a Darvas model share, meaning once those strong resistance levels starts to change into a support, and that's $239 levels, $249 levels, $327. This stock can easily just spark to higher levels, going back to even higher levels. The Darvas model is a long consolidation based on a small share relative, a penny stock type of share. And once there's volume, that ballerina just starts to perform fantastically to the upside after a long time of an exercise period. There's a book written about it. Have a look at it. It's very, very interesting. Don't forget to send through your requests for next week's show via email, admin@fransdeklerk.com, or via Twitter. Have a fantastic week. Take care.